Assalamu alaikum, good morning, Subha Bakhair, Guten Morgen from Nuremberg, which is the second largest city in Bavaria, Germany. Third largest was Augsburg that we visited in the last video. If you haven't seen that, please check that out. So many historical stories and buildings, and in this one as well. So let's go explore. Beagnitz River flows through Nuremberg, making it home to a lot of really cool bridges. But there's one that particularly stands out, Heiliggeist Spital or Holy Spirit Hospital that stands tall right above the riverbank. There's also Nuremberg Imperial Castle, which I think has a €7 ticket. We're about to find out. And within that, you get the access to the castle. Also, you can go up to the tower that has the very nice overview of the city, and there's a well which is like a really deep well, and they demonstrate that as well. What's it called? Well house. So let's see. I wonder what it's gonna look like from above the tower, because we are already a little bit up high. Look at that. From you? Oh, ticket from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought the ticket was from there, but we take the ticket from there and then show it to the nice lady over there, and then you can go up the tower. I don't know where the well is really, but let's see. Over here somewhere, this is the tower.
The €7 ticket includes the tower, which can be
Yes.
climbed up,
Yeah,
the well,
the well.
even water supply, and the interior of our castle.
Okay. When with the
One,
€7 one
Yeah.
ticket.
I've no more change. Do you have any coins? Maybe €2 more.
No, I don't have coins. I have a card, if you take card.
That's a problem. Credit card doesn't work at all.
No, I don't have coins. Sorry.
How can you survive without coins? Huh.
We go over here and then to the left. Sadly, you're not allowed to film inside the museum tour or the castle, but it is really cool. There's like old weapons and how the early Roman weapons modded into the modern musketeers and crossbows and everything. So it is really cool. Also, they have little armors and all of those medieval weapons still there for display. थक गया हूँ टावर से नीचे उतर के। Brunnen, the well placed in Nuremberg's castle, is about 45 meters deep. The €7 ticket includes a guided visit lasting about 20 minutes that covers a short history of the well and some experiments including water, mirror, and candles that help you estimate the depth of this well. You can see all of these red and white paints on the windows. That is basically the crest of Franconian state, which predates the Bavarian state. And when Napoleon conquered this whole area, he sold Nuremberg to a Bavarian ruler, Maximilian. But the people here rebelled against it and wanted to be known as the proud Franconians. So even though today Nuremberg is technically within Bavaria, you still see these Franconian crests all around the place. And where there is castle, there is a castle wall. There is also a Schöner Brunnen fountain, Brunnen or Brunner fountain, which somewhat translated means a beautiful fountain, which is also kind of beautiful, but it dates back to I think 14th century, and there is also a story attached to it that there was a craftsman who built that fountain and his daughter fell in love with his one of his apprentices, and he did not approve of that marriage because standards and all, you know. But the apprentice built a really beautiful ring of gold and he tossed in that fountain and then left the city, which later on the craftsman liked so much that he put that ring around that fountain, which to this day people basically spin for good luck. But there are actually two rings. One is the very golden ring, which is not the actual one. The actual one is really turned brass or brownish grayish tint, because throughout this year so many people have turned it around or touched it and just lost its golden color. And when you're visiting Nuremberg, you can't forget about the very famous Weiss Burger Street. I'm 98% sure I have massively butchered that name, but it is something like that. Most of these houses are still well preserved and have that medieval timber touch. Another reason of why this street is famous is because it still has the house of a very famous German artist and craftsman Albert's Dürer. That house has been converted into some sort of a museum that has all of his artwork and crafts on display. Another interesting story about Albert is that he participated in a art competition in Netherlands, and all of these artists, they drew some complex, really cool artwork, and Albert won by drawing a perfect circle. How hard it is to draw a perfect circle. Apparently none of the other artists could do it. It is open every day, Saturday, Sunday inclusive, but it is closed on Monday. One day that I decide to visit Nuremberg. But good information for you guys. Now I'm headed to the Palace of Justice in Nuremberg, which is from the center, Imperial Castle. It is about 20 minutes from the subway, or 30 minutes on foot if you walk. This is where the Nuremberg Trials took place. These were the trials for Nazi extremists who were accused of committing or participating in war crimes during the World War II.
Here you see two of the benches from the dock where the main war criminals sat during the trial. Because of the large number of defendants in the Nuremberg trial, the dock area in the courtroom needed to be extended. The end of World War II and the Nuremberg trials by no means meant the end of war crimes and crimes against humanity. These crimes continued worldwide throughout the second half of the 20th century too. This world map shows wars and crises since 1945. In retrospect, a straight line seems to lead from the 1945 Nuremberg trial to today's International Criminal Court. But when you take a closer look, you can see that this was a long development, which has taken half a century and is still by no means complete. Important major powers, such as the US, Russia, India, China and Israel, still have not signed or ratified the ICC statute.
Courtroom 600, which was the exact place where the trials took place, is still in use, but it's also available for tourists to visit. Last but not least, Vergahoff, which is a reproduction of a craftsman neighborhood from the Middle Ages, with timbered houses and cobblestone alleys. The shops that line the inner walls of Vergahoff sell crafts, gifts, local food, and drinks. Perfect way to sit back and take a break. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, keep exploring, and peace.